This is the Four-Man Rush. Hello, Panther fans, and welcome to another podcast of the Four-Man Rush. I'm your host, Timmy V.O., here with Kevin and Will, and we're going to talk about some actual action down in old Charlotte, North Kakalaki. The players are back on the field, and they're causing chaos on both sides of the ball, apparently. Today was a good showing for the defense after the offense had a good showing the other day. So, we're going to talk about that and all that good stuff. We're going to break down a little bit of the action that we saw and give you guys a little taste of it, man. The only way the Four-Man Rush can. So, glad you guys are checking out our podcast. Glad you are with us. Hold on to your hats, folks. The Four-Man Rush is on the scene. So, we'll start off with you, and Kev, you can bring it on home, and let's talk about some daggum Panther football, fellas. Will, so give us some highlights or insight on what's been going on down in old Charlotte in the bubble.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't be there live, so we kind of got to rely on what the website feeds us or what the beat writers are feeding us and scrap together and piece together information that we can from player and coach interviews and things like that. But, we'll take what we can get at this point. We're just trying to get any football content that we can, considering the times we're in right now. But I'll start with the offense. For what we've seen so far, Teddy's come out looking real sharp. He's took control of this team. He's getting rave reviews from everybody about his leadership qualities, his discipline, his knowledge of the playbook. My favorite story was how he used Madden. He created Joe Brady's playbook in Madden and just kind of have a virtual type of way to practice and get those mental reps in. So, these younger guys are just using technology to their advantage to try to continue to learn their playbook, understand coverages, understand the progressions and the route concepts. And he's working with Will Greer and P.J. Walker as well. And the advice he gave them was in his first game back last year against the Rams, we know him from his 5-0 run with the Saints. As a starter, when he got to start, he was 5-0 and didn't lose. But we forget that first game when he had to step in after Breeze got hurt, he had a bad day. So he's just telling the backup quarterbacks to be prepared like you're a starter every week because you never know when that opportunity is going to come. Because when he had to step in for Breeze, he wasn't prepared for that, and he admitted that he got embarrassed. He had to hear it from his family and friends. He had to step his game up. And they saw the story after that, he was able to step in and go on that 5-0 run. So that's the first thing that you'll notice this week is just Teddy's leadership ability, running this team. Teammates all like him, coaches like him, and we'll see what he's able to do with his opportunity this year. The running back rotation is going to be an interesting story. The coaching staff really likes Mike Davis, but you're also seeing Jordan Scarlett get a lot of reps, Reggie Bonifant getting those reps as well. So it's going to be a very tight competition for that RB2 battle that we want to look forward to. You got Bonifant's at probably the best hands out of that group next to CMC. Mm-hmm. Has that versatile skill set to run routes, very fast, agile runner as well. So we'll see how that goes. Jordan Scarlett, great contact balance, become better as a receiver. We saw some clips with him in one-on-ones running routes and making plays as a receiver out of the backfield. So if he can do that, man, he might be a guy to look out for. Because remember, we just know him as that power runner that can break tackles, great contact balance, get those yards after contact type guy. And then Mike Davis, he's 5'9", 225. It's the load. So we'll see how he does as well. But that $3 million cap hit, is his performance going to justify that? At wide receiver, I thought Farrell Cooper has been having a good week. We already know the locks, DJ, Curtis, Robbie. But the depth is what we're looking at right now. And it's looking like, Seth Roberts. Then you got Omar Bayless, the undrafted free agents, having a great week. Showing he's a nice big receiver who was came from Arkansas State, I want to say. Well, he's having a good showing as well to earn those, try to get that one of those 6 receiver spots. So that's another competition we're looking out for. So the running back, backup running back, the backup quarterback, and backup wide receiver spots are just something we're all looking forward to this year. We'll see how that goes.
Word. Appreciate that, Will. Ooh, buddy. It's going to be some good stuff, man. God, can we get these guys on the field? Kev, break it down, man. What you see, man?
All right. Well, first of all, just to keep everybody up to date with what's going on. Got a few nicks going on around here. Everybody loves having 1,000 wide receivers. So wide receiver Keith Kirkwood, he's out several weeks. He's a Temple product, so he's expected to come back and possibly have a chance. With the practice squad being extended to 16 players now, it could be a place that he could possibly end up. Here, tight end Tamarick Hemingway, he actually has a concussion and he's day-to-day. That's important to look out. Someone that was battling for that third tight end spot. Omar Bayless has had a little nick on his knee. And linebacker Jordan Kazansky, his ankle. Just looking over some notes here from some of the Charlotte Observer reporters. This one particularly coming from, just want to give credit here. Jonathan Alexander of the Charlotte Observer. He was quoted as saying, Matt Rule said that with Bayless' knee, it began to swell Monday night after practice. So it's not anything really to be, really significant here. Rest of the players, they're just riding bikes. And of course, Hemingway is in the concussion protocol here. So, just give you a little injury update for those that's keeping track of everybody. We also had in addition to the team, he's went to clear waivers. We picked up from the Dallas Cowboys off waivers, defense end Jalen Jelks. He was a 2019 7th-round pick out of Oregon, 6'5", 256 pounds. He was first team All Pac-12 in 2018.
Wow.
This guy, his numbers are pretty solid. A lot of tackles for loss, plenty of quarterback sacks and pressure. So he's someone to, just to add into the mix. With Christian Miller opting out for COVID, that opened up a spot. Now, due to the fact that he got to pass 3 COVID tests before being allowed, that's why a roster move hasn't been made to allow him to go on, because right now we're still at our maximum of 80 players. But now back to the actual football action. I had to drop this in. Y'all know I'm an Alex Armour fan all day. And apparently Alex Armour had the block of the day today.
Uh-oh.
They said that Alex Armour hit somebody so hard that it was hurt 50 yards away.
Oh.
So Armageddon is laying pass out there.
Ooh.
So, for those of us that like seeing 21, 22 personnel, fullback, old school, I don't like your mom and I'm running down her throat too. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We popping pads up in here.
Yeah.
That man is in his 4th year of this rookie deal. Hey, now's the time to, make some noise. So shout out to my boy Alex Armour for laying the biggest piece of wood today. But Will talked about the offense, so I'm gonna talk about the defense. The defense. Today's practice on Tuesday was definitely all about the defense here today. The defense forced 3 fumbles against the offense. Someone that rarely fumbles, Christian McCaffrey. He got touched up for one. So, anybody knows him, he's going to come back determined. I can imagine he's probably, doing, fumble drills now at 10 o'clock at night, knowing him. It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Nope,
got some assistant coach out there trying to knock the ball out of his hand right now, probably. But that's what happened when you're a franchise player, late nights and early mornings.
Yeah.
But overall, just, from what we've been able to gather so far, my boy, our number 1 pick, first-round pick, Derrick Brown, great picture of him, a great video of him with Paradise in one hand and wrapping up Christian McCaffrey in the other. That's what we want to see. Dinner for 2, Derrick Brown,
Man,
Brown, table of 2? Yes, I'm coming.
Exactly what it was, too.
But just over around, the defensive line, all the guys, Bravion Roy, Kawan Short, F.A. Obata, it's just a good day for these cats, to make plays, which is what we want to see. They're saying Brian Burns is looking so far. I mean, we don't want to get too excited, but a lot of reporters saying the same thing. He looked like he's going to be a monster. I saw the term monster used by 3 different media people out there that's not for the same company. So they're seeing something that we're not seeing. So folks, stay tuned. Brian Burns. I mean, how can you not get excited? For the possibilities of what he can bring as well. Just incredible. Jeremy Chin, he had a nice bounce back day because he was getting cooked on Monday. Will and some of the other fellas had plenty of jokes in a 4-man rush chat about it. But yeah, Chin was actually the one that stripped McCaffrey for the ball. So, if you want to make a comeback, that's what you do. You strip the ball away from the number 1 running back in the league to show that, all right, I had my mistakes, but I'm back. Let's go. And so it's good to see the rookie had that type of impact. The biggest surprise is probably at cornerback. We've had a lot of people ask about this guy, and Will, I'm gonna let you jump back in to speak about this cornerback here. Give some more dimensions. I know he's 6'3", been around the league since 2016. But, a lot of people wonder why he's got the black jerseys. For those of y'all that want to know why I was talking about that, is that rule has made it where starters on defense wear black jerseys. So, anybody from the college background know black jersey on defense, that's significant. But yeah, like I said, Will, if you want to come in and talk more about the secondary, that's more something that you well versed in on the defensive side.
Yeah, jump in there, Will.
There's one thing. There was Brian Burns that peanut punched McCaffrey, got the ball loose. Jeremy Chin made a play in the backfield too, though. He had to fill his gap fast and made a tackle for a loss. Well, not a tackle. You know how they do in practice. They 2-hand touch you up a little bit.
Wrap you up.
Do it that way. So that's what happened on that end. But the secondary right now is a little bit of a surprise. I think Eli Apple got signed. Everybody assumed he would just come in and start right away, but that's not the case. The starter right now is the way they're doing it with the black jerseys. I've been able to piece it together based on the clips we've seen, the photos, the live streams. The defensive line is going to be right now. It's going to change obviously as guys perform in practice. But right now it's Brian Burns, Derek Brown, Stephen Weatherly, and Kawan Short as your front 4. Shaq Thompson and Tahir Whitehead as your linebackers. It's going to be kind of a big nickel package with Jeremy Chin as a hybrid linebacker / nickel / safety. So the 3 safeties starting is Trey Boston, Justin Burris, and Jeremy Chin. Your cornerbacks are going to be Dante Jackson. And right now, holding that other spot across Dante is TJ Green. He's a 4th-year player out of Clemson. 6'3", runs a 4.3, 240. So you just see that height, weight, speed that Matt Rule likes. He's willing to take gambles on guys that have that height, weight, speed combination and develop their technique, develop their situational awareness to just allow them to be starters, quality starters. So that's the kind of way he recruited at Baylor. So when you see a guy like TJ Green with that type of height, weight, speed combination, those traits already are going to be attractive to guys like Matt Rule and Eric Snow that just do traits-based evaluations and hope that their coaching can develop them into becoming great football players. So, I'm not going to say he's going to start week 1 against the Las Vegas Raiders, but for now he's holding that number 1 corner spot opposite side, Dante Jackson, and he's gotten good reviews, I should say, from Trey Boston and Matt Rule and the interviews that they've done with the press. So it'll be interesting to see how that cornerback position plays out. You got Dante Jackson will probably be a lock to be a starter, and then that opposite side, it's open competition. You got Eli Apple, you got the rookie Troy Pride, another rookie Stanley Thomas Oliver. So who's going to take that opposite corner position? That's something to look out for. When you look at them in one-on-ones, I want to be careful not to be too critical because website's going to feed you what they want to feed you. You don't really get to see all the reps. Just because you see maybe Dante get beat on one-on-one rep or Oliver get beat on a one-on-one rep or Troy Pride, and you don't want to overreact to that because you're not really seeing the entire practice. So we'll see how that goes. I think they had a good day today with a lot of PBUs. I haven't heard much about any interceptions and things like that. Well, we'll see how they do. I think today was like Kev said, this was the defense's day to shine today after the offense kind of had a good start to the week.
Word, right on. I'm just glad you got them cleats on the field, man. Glad we got the cleats on the field. Um, any news from the DJ, Robbie, those guys?
Yeah, they were getting good works with Teddy. Robbie, I saw he had a couple great one-on-one reps against TJ Green and some other guys. I mean, DJ and Dante, that's always the heavyweight championship fight
Yes,
for Panthers training camp ever since they came into the league together.
Yeah, that's right.
And I mean, DJ usually gets the best of them, but this year Dante is getting his fair share of wins too. I saw him be able to break up a pass on one of the clips. I saw DJ got Dante a couple times, so we'll see how that goes. Who else was in one-on-one shot? But I think the one guy, like I said earlier, Omar Bayless, he's been having a lot of success in one-on-ones. And Pharaoh Cooper, Pharaoh got Dante on an out route on one play. So he's hungry. He's going to try to make the roster. And then we just signed the guy from New Orleans, Tommy Lee Lewis. So we'll see how he's able to come in and try out and try to work his way into that wide receiver rotation as well.
Word.
But Curtis Samuel, though, I forgot to mention, he had a great back of the end zone catch against Corn Elder. Teddy laid it right over Corn's outstretched arms, and Curtis had it in his fingertips. Batted it, bobbled it a little bit, but was able to catch the ball, grab it, snatch it right behind his head, get 2 feet down, and get the score. So that was kind of exciting as well to see him to be able to make plays like that.
Wow. Great concentration. Good job, man. Kev, I know you mentioned the D-line is just beasting people. What's up with the O-line? Anything significant?
Yeah, well, from what I read about it, seems to be a lot of rotation and players getting rep at both guard spots. You got, we're seeing Dennis Daly getting starts, getting reps at guard. John Miller, the guy we got from the I think it was Cincinnati Bengals. He's been getting reps at guard. Schofield, just a lot of unknown to most Panther fans. Just seeing a lot of, distribution of reps so far from what I've read. And, with typical training camp, they win some, they lose some. I definitely would like to see, the biggest thing is, how center Matt Paradis is looking. If you want to base it off that Brown highlight, you would think, he's not doing well, but that's Derek Brown. How often he's going to face somebody, like that talent on a regular basis. So, but I think facing a Derek Brown, we have him a lot more prepared versus what he had to face last year in practice, like a Vernon Butler. There's a huge talent difference and level of aggression there. So, facing a Derek Brown will allow Paradis to get ready for the Vita Veas and the Grady Andersons of the division that he's going to have to likely face. But overall, I heard that Moulton's having a pretty solid camp, which is good. Contract year. Typically, we know players like to excel. And if I'm not mistaken, I think, Will, you brought it to the attention that the Panthers have actually started contract negotiations with Moulton's agent, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Moulton's got the same agent, Joe Siegel, that Christian McCaffrey has. So they're in the midst of trying to work something out now. And keep in mind, we got all season to work something out. They could franchise tag him temporarily while they continue to negotiate to prevent him from leaving and then work out a long-term deal that nature as well. So that's definitely a guy I can see them wanting to keep around.
Okay, yeah. And then with the other left tackle spot by Russell Okung, he started having some back tightness, but he was allowed to get a lot of reps in today's practice I saw. So Matt Rose said he just wanted to ease him back in. And, so far this was the most extensive work he got so far at the very beginning of training camp, which is good. And said that he was looking pretty good out there as well. He won his fair share of matchups against Brian Burns. I think I read in one of the tweets. So, I mean, hey, with a talented, player like Burns, anytime you win a rep, even if you're a veteran, it's to be commended because best believe Brian Burns gonna get his fair share. He done seen how these defensive ends / outside linebackers, have been getting paid. So I think he's coming. So that's definitely something to look out for. But overall, like I said, I hate that we're not there. I mean, I love me and Larry. We love talking about the trenches and checking it out. So this just feels very weird not having that training camp access to see for ourselves, see the individual drills and things like that. So we just have to rely on, as been stated, what the media tweets to us and what's put out there. So, without any preseason games, there's definitely going to be something different, not only for us as fans, but for us as, the four-man rush, because we pride ourselves on want to give y'all accurate content of what's going on. So, we're going to make the most of what we got and push it forward.
I know. Well said, sir. Well said. Go ahead, Will.
Yeah, that was the big thing, just not being able to be at camp and have our own independent observations. We kind of got to rely on what the website feeds us and all of these things. I just miss being in Spartanburg. Get that room in the Marriott. Go to Beacon. Get your onion rings and your gizzards and post-practice meal and sit there outside. Watch them boys fly around and play ball. But we just got to do it differently this year, man.
Hopefully it's temporary. I know one thing, that folks, we're going to have one hell of a product on that field. Even though, and Larry mentioned that last week. It's going to be a lot of mistakes made in the first couple of games, just because these guys are fresh to the NFL, so to say. But man, when they make mistakes, it's going to be fast. It's going to be aggressive, especially on defense. And quite frankly, that's a great way to disrupt the flow of things on the offensive side of the ball. And as far as our passing game, I can't wait to see Teddy live, man. I can't wait to see him flow. Just to see him flow, man, because he got weapons and he's accurate. No knock on Cam Newton, bro, but Teddy got a sweet ass touch on his balls, man. No home. So I'm just saying.
Sweet. Yeah, shout out to Teddy for the Twitter follow too, man. We ain't get
to speak on it
since then, brother. Shout out to our quarterback, man. We full support. We full Teddy Bridgewater supporters over here, man.
Yes, sir. What's up, Tango Bravo? What's good? TB, my man. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, Teddy Bridgewater is a fan of the four-man rush on said Twitter, man. He's we need to get more players on our feeds, man. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Any further news coming out of the Panther camp, Kev?
Just scanning over while we're talking. Really nothing. Extravagant to really add on to what we've already said. You got your players that shine. This time last year, Curtis Samuel was one of the brightest. Putting up daily highlights. Smoking somebody. Look like he's really picking up right where he left off. So, that three-headed monster at wide receiver, I think is going to really that 11 personnel package going to hit differently in 2020. I'm just, I just definitely, look forward to it. And I'm also interested in seeing how things going at the tighter position as well. I've heard quietly, Ian Thomas is catching everything thrown his way. That's a positive sign. If anybody can take advantage of the wide receiver, it should be him. Like with the speed and with the playmaking ability they got, stuff underneath gonna be wide open. And Ted has no shame, chunking that thing down 5 yards and going getting that yak. So it's just nice to see players that's kind of been slowed a little bit, finally, showing some early promise. Again, we don't want to get too excited, but hell, what we've been through in 2020, I'm gonna get excited about what I've seen so far. Because we very well easily could have nothing to show for it. So, glad to know that up to date, no Panther players did have tested positive for COVID. So shout out to everybody being responsible with their decisions to put the health and welfare of the team first. We don't have them situations like they had up in Seattle.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Ain't nobody trying to get lucky.
Yeah, when you got players trying to sneak females, up into the BOA, we don't have none of those. We don't have none of those concerns.
Nah, man. Stupid idiot.
But that's pretty much it, man. Players are off on Wednesday. They pick right back up on Thursday. So by the time this drops and everybody's hearing this, the players will be back on the field. So just check out the 4-Man Rush content, and we'll stay dropping knowledge and keeping everybody informed as we get the information and putting our own little spin on things. So looking forward to it.
Right on.
You gotta talk about what Matt Rule doing out here too. I mean, he got the reason he want to give 2 days off a week is he did some research and analysis that showed that most training camp injuries took place during the first 2 weeks. So he's giving players 2 days off in response to that. He's got massage therapists on site, all these different things. I don't know if it's part of his program that he had with David Tepper when he interviewed him, the sports science stuff, but he's real big on player recovery, muscle recovery, rest, things like that. It'll be interesting to see how that helps us with injuries throughout the duration of training camp and see if we can bring a healthy roster into week one. Other than that, just hearing about how he's so energetic. If you get a chance, please log into the Panthers Twitter account and just watch Matt Rule run drills with the defensive linemen. I mean, Matt Rule, you just watch the D linemen do their pad drills, and all of a sudden you just see a coach run right behind him, Matt Rule in there doing the swatting and doing the spins and then taking down the tackling dummy, getting those players all hyped for that. So, I mean, it's just a different kind of energy he's bringing to the table right now. The players love him. He's trying to establish his culture and his way of doing things. And you just got to love what he's doing with this team right now, man. Really looking forward to seeing how he gets these guys motivated week one.
Boy, I'm excited, man. It's like you got a brand new car and you can't drive that son bitch yet, man. I'm excited. I'm excited, boy. I tell you, hot tamale. It's like your first day of school. You got your brand new shoes, man. You can't wait to wear your brand new shoes to school, man. This is boy. Woo, let's go.
You know how it was? You had your outfit laid out a whole week before you started school.
Yes. Yes. Iron that bad boy 2 days prior. Iron that bad boy. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, so any parting shots, gentlemen?
Yeah, look, Panther fan base, y'all got enough to worry about. Stop whining about things like jersey colors and practice, man. I mean, come on now.
Get them.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say about that.
Go ahead, Kev.
And all I'm gonna say is, make sure y'all stay tuned to the 4-Man Rush website. We done updated and made some changes as of today, so we're getting ready to piece together content and start putting our flavor of things back online. So we definitely want you fans to enjoy this, take advantage of this change that we're all making together. It's a little bit different for us, so we're adjusting because we take pride in what we do. So, make sure you show us the love. Check us out at www.the4manrush.com. Make sure you come check us out. You can get all the social media accounts there, and just come along with us, man. We're gonna take this ride together. We our quest to win the COVID 2020.
A ring is a ring, bitch. Yes, sir. Yeah, well said, man. Yeah, y'all make sure you check out that website, bro. www.thefourmanrush.com. And, of course, you can check us out on YouTube, Twitter, as Will mentioned, and Facebook. Make sure you check out Kevin on Facebook Live on Tuesday evenings. Also, that's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Oh, Instagram. So, yeah, please. Come along with us, y'all. We put together something nice, man. This is gonna be unmatched. Unmatched, no doubt. All right, so this is what happens when you have COVID during the football season. Just to narrow down the content a little bit, man. It's all good though, man. Appreciate you guys checking out the Four Man Rush podcast. Again, like Kevin said, man, check out our website, check out our social media platforms, or our accounts, excuse me, and chime in. You have some questions, shoot them our way. I know Kevin and Will is extremely responsive on several platforms, so feel free, man. Feel free. We got the best content out there when it comes to the Carolina Panthers, outside of the Carolina Panthers themselves. Who knows? They might hire us too. Anyway, hey, be safe out there, man. Keep your hands clean. If your kids are going back to school, make sure they're all nice and safe and clean. And we'll see you. We'll see you around. All right. Thanks for checking out the Four Man Rush podcast. It's your host Timmy VO with Kevin and Will. Shout out to the Four Man Rush crew holding it down, and shout out to you, Panther fans, for sticking with us. You guys have a great day, great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. And as always, keep pounding. Clear. Yes, sir.
It's hard to talk about highlight clips from Twitter when you're not there at training camp to see and have your own observations like that.
I feel you, man. You did a good job, though.
We trying. Around the league, just a couple other news. I see the Chargers, Melvin Ingram, he's not showing up to get his contract satisfied. So I guess hold up. I was here before Bosa putting up numbers.
Say word.
That's real. Matt Wilson from the Browns got hurt. DeAndre Hopkins got tightness in his hamstring. There's so many injuries going on around the league.
Boy,
Gerald McCoy ruptured a quad, and the Cowboys cut him today. Like, damn, that's a ruthless business.
Damn, Gerald.
Yeah, they was showing on Twitter the last paragraph of his contract stated,
Uh-oh.
So I was like, wow. Because he signed like a 3-year, $18 million deal with him. So.
Oh, you did 3 years?
Yeah, it was 3 years, $18 million. Like he really took a discount to play because for us it was 1 year, $10 million.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
But I hope it's not his last snap. But as long as he's been around, Tim, you can tell better than anybody. A quad and your 30s,
brother,
playing defensive line.
Everything you do is explosive.
Never say never, but that's a fight uphill, bro.
Bro, there's no way he can have that same explosiveness coming off the line. Not a quad injury. That's too much, man. Especially at that age. If he was in his early mid-20s, yeah, sure. That's gonna be a rough haul for him, man. I hate it for him.
Yeah, I was hoping we could get him into the playoffs last year, but we just our roster just fell apart and crumbled.
Too many missed opportunities.
No, the Matt Rule saying is we're getting 1% better today.
I like that. See, that's something that's attainable.
Right.
I like that. You're not dismissing like, oh well, we just made mistakes. Nah, bitch, we're getting better. Period.
Right.
Getting better. I like that.
Yeah, we laying this foundation, one brick at a time. You know what I'm saying? And, we want to make sure we lay it right. So I'm all with it.
I'm just taking time to really let it breathe. So baby, just chill. Yeah. She love it. We out in public and we can just chill with my partners, and we can go back to my crib and just chill like the covers and do we call me and you lovers.
The Four-Man Rush is brought to you by the love and respect of and for the Carolina Panthers and Carolina Panther fans everywhere. Keep pounding. The Four-Man Rush is a non-affiliate of the Carolina Panther organization. All thoughts, assessments, and content of this podcast is directly related to the Four-Man Rush exclusively. Thank you.